the next year, we're gonna see a huge surge of creators multi-streaming across platforms. Remember this video. No, but seriously, let's talk multi-streaming today. Let's talk why some people have already started multi-streaming, why you're gonna see more creators continue to multi-stream, and who multi-streaming is for. Now, before we do any of that, I feel like we should start off with why haven't people been multi-streaming? Like, why hasn't it caught yet? What's been the negatives about it, or at least the community negative as to why so many people haven't done it? Aside from the fact that over the years it hasn't been as easy, applications have been trying to figure out a way to essentially monetize off the want or desire to multi-stream. Basically, from a tech standpoint, there wasn't a lot of options. Shout out to anybody that's like an OG streamer from like the Justin TV days, back before we had like Streamlabs, OBS, or OBS in general. That's actually what live streaming websites used to do back then. They would charge you to even be able to live stream. Fast forward now, there's a handful of free to use, better options to be able to multi-stream. But even aside from that, I feel like the bigger reason why multi-stream hasn't been very accepted amongst the world of streamers is because of this like general trend or path to becoming a successful streamer. You see, throughout the years, a lot of the advice when streaming was based off of like Twitch come up, which was this idea that you just go create content elsewhere and you funnel everybody over to Twitch because it's like the popular stream site. It's got all the options, and you want to build like a solid community in one place, because the more people interacting in one place, the better. So for years, countless creators have said, yes, I could multi-stream. I have all these other sites, but I just want to have my community in one place. Because the general idea for years is to have a good community, you need to have them in one place, and then you can monetize it in that specific place. Like, why spread everything else? It gets crazy, it gets messy. But here's the reason why I love like the vertical platforms. Over the last 5 years alone, they've exposed this idea that content has to live in a specific place to build a community. I think more and more creators are realizing 2024 that it's actually the opposite, that you confine yourself from potential success by not multi-streaming. It's like only uploading verticals to TikTok based on the idea of, well, I wanna grow on TikTok, and if I upload them to Instagram and YouTube and Twitter, well, people see them over there. And then that just means they'll watch them less on TikTok. But in the real world, there's millions of people on every single platform. And this is why over the last few years, you've seen countless creators, including myself, upload the same vertical content to every single platform and get millions upon millions of views on the same piece of content everywhere. Because the reason for this is people are where they want to be at that current point in their life. Viewers and consumers are on the very platforms where they just are consuming their content on a daily routine. The reason why it's getting harder and harder to convert people from TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to places like Twitch and Kick is because that type of content is readily available now on those other platforms. It's not 2020 anymore. If viewers want to watch a live stream, they no longer have to click off of TikTok to go watch Twitch. They can actually just scroll on TikTok and they will get suggested live streams. And the final reason why a lot of people didn't multi-stream through the years is because everybody just looks at what popular people did at that time. Sure, a lot of the big names for years haven't multi-streamed, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the right path for you, because times change and so do the trends of how people consume the content. In 2024, at the time of making this video, you can no longer say, okay, what did Tim the Tatman do in 2017 for his uprise in success? Because it's just not the same landscape in 2024 compared to 2017. So essentially, for years, as multi-streaming has been an option, and it has been proven time and time again beneficial for quite a few handful of creators. Like, some creators have built insane foundations from streaming amongst different websites. But during that process and during that journey, because it wasn't so readily available for everyone and was way more confusing back then, and because there was this general guideline articulated around the idea that you have to grow your live stream audience on one live stream platform, because all the bigger guys did it, and that's how they found their success. Because of all those things, multi multi-streaming has gotten a really bad rap over the years. But things fucking change. It's new times. But yeah, like I mentioned, the big change that I've seen over these last few years is creators realizing, holy shit, like the same content can live in multiple places and new eyes can find it everywhere. Like, we really do not conceptualize how many billions of people are on the internet. And like, let's just be honest here. Most of us would be happy with like a few hundred viewers in each live stream. What do you think the statistical odds are that there's like, okay, 50 people that are willing to watch you on Twitch, but maybe 1,000 people willing to watch you on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram? Now that you have free to use apps and integrations like the OBS multi-stream integration, it makes it a lot easier. And then on top of that, you have applications where you can actually combine all your chats into one. So that way, for you as the creator, you can be talking to your community across every social media platform as if it's just one chat. I've tested multi-streaming many times throughout the years, and even recently have been doing multi-streaming on Kick and YouTube Shorts, which we'll get to that here in a second. But as an up-and-coming streamer, there's been so many times where multi-streaming was so useful because you felt this constant interaction. Because of every community on each individual platform, chat was just moving at a rate where it was like just refreshing to constantly have people to talk to. And a really dope thing I noticed about this is it also encouraged everybody from every platform to want to know what they were talking about in other places. So it actually did help more with people wanting to check out and support the other platforms, where I soon did see they would just come back to the native place that they originally discovered, the live stream. Now, some of you guys may know a handful of us creators have been streaming on Kick for the last year because you get an insane percentage in comparison to a lot of the other sites. And on top of that, you don't get the ads that ruin the user experience. In that process, I've talked to a handful of creators that have grown everywhere since then, doing YouTube videos, short form videos across every single platform. And every month we discussed more and more the idea of multi-streaming, because you just never know how many people are on those other sites and just don't click the live link to come over, but would want to watch a live stream. I remember how crazy that was doing one of my first YouTube streams after I left Twitch. I had been streaming on Twitch for years. I mean, like literally years at that point. It was like 5 or 6 years that I was on Twitch. And I went live on YouTube and somebody was like, oh my God, I had no idea that you streamed. They were subscribed to a YouTube channel where I've created like 100 videos about live stream stuff, like live stream overlays, how to set up your streams, like software, cams. They subscribed to my YouTube channel to figure out ways to live stream. And they had no idea that whole time, for years, I was live streaming on Twitch. I think the more that we grow as creators and the more that the industry grows and kind of comprehends like how big the world is and how many people are online, we start to realize like how lazy people are. I hate to sound like a dick, but there's like really no other way to say it. Like there's studies that go into this. This is why algorithms are fed the way they are. And I remember one hard lesson that I had to learn years ago when I made my website where I sell digital assets like LUTs that I'm using on this very video right here. And I had the website set up to be like super organized and really cool. And then somebody approached me and was like, dude, you have too many fucking pages. I believe they told me that I lose something like 30% of potential consumers through every page that they have to click through. That's how lazy people are, or how much time people just don't want to waste. And I'm like the same way. Like if I go to something and I'm like, I got some interest in it, let me check it out. Every single obstacle that I have to click through, I'm just like, this is so fucking stupid. I'm over this. I think the more that we realize this as creators and the more that we adapt to this and just let shit live where it needs to live, feel like that's what's really bringing out this new openness for creators to just multi-stream versus trying to persuade everybody to come over to one place because it's the normal thing to do. And like, look, people can yap and make their excuses why not to. Oh, streaming on YouTube is like super hard. It's really not. After you've made one YouTube live stream, you can just go to go live, schedule a stream, and you can click a drop down and have a pre-set up version of your live stream. You can change your thumbnail and title right then and there on the spot. People also bitch and moan and say, oh, like you're not gonna grow an authentic community. I don't even know what that means. Like, are you seriously suggesting that there's been no creator that's grown a community on more than one platform? That is like literally the fucking golden funnel to even growing Twitch in the first place, or like how it has been for years. You grow somewhere else, create content somewhere else, and you bring them over to the other platform. That involves you growing on another platform and creating a community over there. What is the difference from just like growing over there and growing over here and just going live everywhere so you can talk to them all at once if you're making the same content anyways? On top of that, another huge benefit and to why more creators should be multi-streaming, it's just the simple content aspect in itself. So like, here's a huge benefit why Twitch and Kick streamers should be streaming to YouTube, for example. By multi-streaming to YouTube, you can actually just straight up take bits of your stream, turn them into clips or long form videos. So like right now, if I was just live streaming this video that we're doing today, and we were just having a live discussion about the benefits of multi-streaming, and I was live on Kick, but I was multi-streaming it to YouTube to where like, okay, maybe not that many people are watching on YouTube. The big benefit is while I'm talking to my audience on Kick that might be bigger than the audience on YouTube, I can put markers on the YouTube stream to where I can take that and cut that section and turn it to a new YouTube video all from the back end. I don't have to cut, clip, download, put it in an editing program, and then upload. The amount of time and hassle that this would eliminate for creators is insane. Like, you could just literally go live on both platforms, not even look to grow your live stream on YouTube, but naturally, as you get better at SEO and titles and thumbnails, which is a very big key focus on YouTube, which again, we're gonna talk more YouTube here in a second because it's super important. But as you're attempting to grow your Kick or your Twitch and you're multi-streaming to YouTube, you don't even have to put anything on your computer. You just create everything directly from the back end of YouTube and upload it right there. Now, earlier I mentioned that I'm testing YouTube short streams. It's super important that you hear what I'm about to say. Learn how to fucking stream YouTube short streams and multi-stream to YouTube short streams. So why it's very important is YouTube is trying to compete with TikTok right now in the live stream landscape. And let's just be honest, TikTok live streams fucking suck. If I said that sentence that I just said on TikTok, I would have been banned immediately. It is pathetic. I can't stand streaming on TikTok. It's the only place that I actually just don't even attempt to anymore because it was such an annoying experience. But the thing is, in the last year, TikTok has been juicing the fuck out of their streams to compete with sites like Twitch because they've seen the amount of people that left their platform to go over to Twitch. Why do that? Why have everybody leave when you can just create some kind of live stream experience on your own platform, juice the numbers, get people addicted to it, and wanting to grow and get more of those numbers and just stream on that platform specifically. Good thing about that is because YouTube wants to compete with TikTok so much, YouTube's essentially doing the same thing now. But guess what? You can say things like fuck, shit, balls, cock. It's crazy. You can be a normal human being there and not get your stream taken down because you said some no-no words. So if anything, test the waters and multi-stream to YouTube. Don't do stupid titles that are like trying to be creative, like BigE blowouts today live. If you're playing Fortnite, season whatever, literally say that that's what you're playing. If you're ranking up in Call of Duty, literally type ranking up in Call of Duty. Make the thumbnail bright, clean, colorful, and minimal about the specific thing that you're streaming. And yes, YouTube pushes live streams. You just don't know how to set up your fucking title and thumbnail to get people to actually click. Now, I don't want this video to just be stroking off YouTube. The benefits of streaming on Twitter or X right now are crazy. Like, I have been seeing friends pull like 1,500 to 2,000 viewers over there. It's nuts. Now, the video today is just more of a general conversation. It's more of an encouragement, like a little pinch on the tush to get your ass into gear, to start educating yourself a little bit more on how to multi-stream and what it looks like and what you need to do to figure the shit out. So I don't have all the information of all the plugins and everything that you specifically need. So feel free in the comments down below. So anybody that's multi-streaming, what are you guys using to multi-stream? Anybody that's been wanting to get into multi-streaming and you're a little confused, ask your questions and your concerns down below. Don't be dicks, guys. Help each other out. And look, I'm not like rallying the troops and just telling everybody right now, cancel your Kick creator incentive program like the hourly pay. Turn off whatever things that you can't have on Twitch while multi-streaming as well. Just throw everything to the side and just go live multi-streaming tomorrow. I'm just creating a conversation around it. It's interesting times because it's crazy how frowned upon it was like a few years. Like people like genuinely were like, no, that is like the worst way to grow a community. You can't grow them across multiple platforms. And here we are a few years later, and we're about to see a huge fucking surge of growing creators pivot to multi-streaming, and you're gonna see how successful they become from it. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm out, peace, deuces.